Good morning. I'm Councillor Glen, and this morning I am at Ralph Street Park, which is on Ralphpark Street in Stittsville between Orville and Carleton Cathcart. And I'm at the rink here, continuing my tour of neighborhood rinks that have been unable to open or stay open because of the unseasonably warm temperatures. But I wanted to just come here to thank all the volunteers who do help to keep this rink in great condition. It's volunteers who put up the boards here, volunteers who flood the rink when it gets colder, volunteers who clear it off and keep things running very well here. It's one of the best rinks in the West End here at Ralph Street Park when it is open. And I hear there is some cold weather coming soon, but I sure hope so. It'd be great to get these rinks back up and running. Anyhow, it is Saturday, February 10th. Happy Lunar New Year to everyone. Here's some updates this week. I want to start with the Citywide update. This is a warning from Ottawa Public Health that they released yesterday, making sure people are aware that there are increasing signs or evidence of a toxic drug supply. So reminding people to take precautions, carrying naloxone, don't use alone. Lots of tips, actually, just a couple. Go to ottawapublichealth.ca or go to my website, glengower.ca, and there's some more information there that we're hoping people will read and make sure you're well aware of that. Staying on a city level, I was able to attend the opening of a new transitional housing building for families over on Corkstown Road, not too far from Andrew Hayden Park. About 2.5 months ago, City Council approved a lease to take over what used to be a seniors' retirement residence, and over the past few weeks they've been converting it into homes for families who need transitional housing. So this is to help them, get a good foundation and get into permanent homes. There's going to be, I guess, a couple dozen families moving in the coming days who are currently living in hotels, and the facility, as they continue to renovate it and get it fit up for families, can hold many more families, and they'll have access to social workers and language and translation help, job resources, financial help, a lot of supports around them so they can, like I said, build that foundation and get into more independent housing. But in the meantime, this is such a huge step up from hotels or shelters that these families would normally be living in this situation. So good news there. There's more information about that at ottawa.ca if you're interested. This week I chaired our Transit Commission meeting at City Hall on Thursday. I won't go into too many details. Some of the main topics were around fare evasion, fare compliance, some ridership statistics and on-time statistics, a big recruitment campaign for mechanics. So if you know someone in your family or friends who might be interested in becoming an OC Transpo bus mechanic, there's a massive recruitment program on now. You can go to octranspo.com for more information, or you can find more information about that on my website. And one more city update, and then I'll go to local updates. The City of Ottawa has just started consultation on the draft waste plan for the city. You can go to engage.ottawa.ca and read through the draft plan and share your comments. CTV has a great headline. The city wants your garbage opinions. So anyways, you can go online to do that, or join city staff in person on February 23rd at Cardell Rec, where they're going to be doing a public open house to gather your feedback on that. So I hope to see some of you there. Really important too. This is something, obviously, every week you're putting your garbage, compost, recyclables out there, but there's a really broad strategy at how we can reduce waste and better manage the waste that we do create. All right, turning to local things. Nominations for our 2024 Stittsville Volunteer Awards continue, and we hope you'll nominate someone who is worthy of one of those awards in our community. We have 6 categories: kids, seniors, groups, businesses, teachers, and the Roger Griffiths Memorial Citizen of the Year. So go to my website, glengower.ca/volunteer for all the information. A reminder, 6310 Hazeldean Road, that's the proposal by Devmont for a 430 unit and apartment building, including a 25-story tower. We have an information meeting coming up on February 20th. You can sign up for that on my website. We have over 200 people who are signed up already. And I've been posting information over the past couple weeks, breaking down some analysis and providing some more information and context about the plan. It's not really calling the plan good or bad. I'm just trying to answer some of the questions we've been getting. For example, Carp Road, is that being upgraded? And the answer is yes. It's supposed to be upgraded to 2 lanes in each direction in 2025, including a multi-use pathway on both sides of the street for cyclists and pedestrians. So lots of updates like that on my website. Check it out. Another planning thing, at the end of the month, there's going to be an open house that the city's holding for what they call the South Stittsville development lands. There's new land basically south of the Edenwild and Rathwell Heights community that over the next 20 years, let's say, is going to be developed into a new subdivision. So the city's just kicking off the planning. So this is the very first stage where that neighborhood design happens. Where do the parks go and where do the streets go and what types of homes and amenities, schools and so on, retail perhaps, fit into that plan. So head to my website and you can find more information there about how to sign up. And then this week at the Built Heritage Committee, there's going to be some changes made to the Heritage Register due to new provincial legislation. It completely changes how the city does the Heritage Register. And there are a few properties in Stittsville that are going to be delisted from that register, basically because they're considered as low risk buildings of demolition or of any kind of damage and so on. It doesn't affect any of the formally designated properties under Part 4 of the Ontario Heritage Act, things like the Bradley Craig Farm or Green's Hotel or Cabatos. These are buildings that have been on the Heritage Register. So more information on my website if you're interested in heritage. Some recruitment activities. The Ottawa Safety Council is recruiting for new crossing guards. You can visit their website for more information. And Ottawa Fire is doing a recruitment for volunteer firefighters in our community. You can go to ottawa.ca and do a search for that. The city is hosting an emergency preparedness workshop on Tuesday for persons with disabilities. You can find more information on ottawa.ca. Here locally today, there is a Valentine's fundraising market over at Johnny Leroux Arena, so a great event to check out there. Tomorrow, the Ottawa 67s will be joining the Stittsville Minor Hockey Association at Johnny Leroux Arena for a practice, so that's pretty cool. I believe it's open to the public, so you can check that out at Johnny Leroux Arena. Okay, I've got 2 more things. One is a reminder about parking, especially parking near schools, to please be aware of no parking areas and no stopping areas. I assure you they are not there to be annoying. They are there for the safety of students, to ensure that school buses and other vehicles can move through the areas smoothly and efficiently. So please, please, please obey those no parking and no stopping rules. A great thing to do if you are a parent driving to the school is park a block or 2 away, a little bit further, and walk that last 4 or 5 minutes to school. It reduces the amount of traffic around the school, which makes things safer. It's good exercise too. So thank you for your cooperation. The last thing, I wanted to say congratulations to a Stittsville resident, or perhaps former Stittsville resident. His name is Nick DeRoche, but he's better known as Talk, and he is a musician, an up-and-coming musician. He's been nominated for 5 Juno Awards, including Songwriter of the Year, Album of the Year, and Breakthrough Artist of the Year. So check him out. He's on all the social media channels. You've probably heard one of his songs. Maybe you haven't even realized it yet. So Talk, T-A-L-K. Congrats to you for the Juno nominations. And it's great to see a Stittsville resident taking off, embarking on a big career in music. So good stuff. All right, that's it for me today. Hey, did you hear the thunder and lightning last night? That was pretty crazy here in the beginning of February. Not often you get that. It looks like it's turning into a nice morning. So I hope you get outside, maybe take a walk, explore your neighborhood, visit a local business. I'm on my way to get a coffee at Equator and then a Globe and Mail somewhere. And I'll sit down and do the crosswords for the rest of the morning. All right, take care. Thanks for watching.